Jordan Tower JT News. Rec, how you doing, man?
Salute, JT. I'm good. I'm good, family.
Salute,
How
man.
you?
Salute. No, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. So, Fidel Castro, he died the other day.
RP.
Yeah, he died, and then Nas, he took to Instagram and said, "R.I.P. King Fidel Castro, revolutionary. Only 5% understand. I'm not Cuban. I don't fully know how he affected my Cuban family. I'm sending my strength and power to your pains. But lots of us, as black people and some others in the USA, we saw him as an ally in the struggle," and he put a fist up like that.
Mm.
Well, a lot of people, he got a lot of flack for this because I guess, there's certain Cubans that feel like they were oppressed by Fidel Castro. And, they were under the Castro reign, and some families suffered under his ruling. Okay, so some people, just like any subject that gets brought up, it's personal to them, and it affects people in different ways,
Yeah.
And Fidel Castro was a revolutionary because in the late 50s he overthrew the government, who was once supported by the Cuban people and the communists in the country. But the economy was suffering so bad, unemployment was so bad, American businesses were kind of taking over their economy, and a lot of jobs were being taken away from Cubans. The water supply was bad. There was a lot of bad stuff going on. So the communists under Fidel Castro overthrew the government, and his purpose was to make Cuba a better place for Cubans. That's what his original. So he had a good purpose.
Got you.
Okay, so I think that's what Nas meant. He stood for something,
Mm.
and he fought against the oppressors, if anything. Now, there's been lots of reports that Fidel Castro, he was a dictator. He didn't just turn it into a democracy. It was a dictatorship. What he said when you couldn't speak. Like, there are certain things we take for granted in this country, like freedom of speech, the freedom to speak out against our government. All that Trump shit that was going on the other day, those protests, that wouldn't have been going down. People would be getting shot and getting locked up for that, okay? You have freedom of speech and freedom to protest in America, okay? So while we're not completely free here in America, we're more free than most places in America. Like, they do regulate our shit. Let's keep it real. Our internet's regulated, just like any country it is.
We're
But
being
it's even
watched.
more so
We're
in a
being
communist
tracked.
country.
We're being watched, tracked. Our money.
Oh, yeah.
Credit
It's like
card,
that in every
yes.
government. But it's what people want to be here because it's not as bad as other countries. So, and I can understand why Cubans would be mad about that. They took to the streets the night he died and partied in Miami. A lot of Cubans are in Miami.
Oh, wow.
They were happy he died. Some people really suffered under his ruling. Now, hey, I don't know enough about, me or Rec don't know enough about Cuba and their complete history. But we know little bits and pieces from being in school and stuff, and
Exactly.
I'm sure there's two sides to every story. But Nas, maybe he should have left this alone. But it's his right to feel how he feels and express how he feels. Now he has fans, but he's a grown man, and if he feels that way and he wants to say it, it's his choice.
Exactly. I mean, all he did was make an Instagram post and put a caption under it.
It's his choice what he wants to feel and say. So that's America. That's the freedom that we're allowed in this country. So I don't know, man. I think they're overreacting a little bit. If you
I think
if you
so
don't like
too.
it,
But
just don't follow Nas anymore. If you don't like it, right? That's how easy it is. Like, if you don't like
Right.
something, don't follow it anymore. You have that right too in this country.
yeah, you can unfollow Nas on Instagram.
It's up to you.
Matter of fact, you could block Nas.
You could block Nas too if you want. You could take it to another level. You could put a caption about Nas in your Instagram.
You could report Nas.
You could report Nas too, but I don't suggest doing that because that's snitching.
Yeah.
And we are no snitching over here at Hip Hop. Well, unless you come to my house, boy. Don't come to my house. All right, well, that's that. Do what you feel.
Exactly.